Okay. Birthdays make Mary feel fat, so we went for a spontaneous 6-mile walk today. We came looking for the piano stairs, which we did find. They're on the other side of the street. But we found these first, and these were prettier than the piano stairs, actually. So I decided to work my leg muscles out on it. Bit of the view from up here. It's a beautiful day. I mean, if you're going to have a day where you feel like you got to go exercising, today is the day to do it because it's not too hot. There's a nice cold breeze. As long as you stay out of the sun directly. That direct sunlight is a bitch. I was intending to go back to Murphy's Ranch this year, but we haven't made it yet. All right, one more set. I don't even know where I am. But we're going to keep going up as soon as I breathe for 2 seconds. We teleported up that portion. Anyways, I know some people are thinking, what do you mean birthdays make you feel fat? Birthdays make you feel old. No. Birthdays make Mary feel fat because when I hit puberty at 11, I started gaining weight, and I got up to 300 pounds at my biggest. And I'm terrified what the second puberty is going to do to me because menopause is just up the next hill. Thankfully, it wasn't this hill. But since I haven't had children, I'm likely to have menopause early. So it terrifies me and it makes me feel fat. The middle-age spread is coming and I'm going to combat it as much as I can. It's not going to help. One day I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to see Weird Al in the fat suit just expanding. But that's this nature video for today. I do apologize, I didn't actually film the piano steps. I got a picture of Friend on the piano steps, and you'll see they look much the same, but they are shadier, darker, and in a less traveled area. Like, I found these first, and I asked some people if they knew where the piano steps were, and nobody knew where they were, and they were directly across the road. But there's like construction going on over there, and I didn't feel comfortable, so I decided to just use these to get my steps in. There's supposed to be another set of stairs out here too. If I find those, we'll take them. What is that? It's got a plug, so it's something technological. I can't talk. I just took 200 stairs. We're still walking. I had intended to jump on the bus or the subway when we were up on the Sunset with the steps, but that was like at 2:30, and I was like, well, the entire reason I decided to do this walk was to get some exercise, so I'll just walk the whole way back too, which isn't the worst idea, except somebody's got to remind me when I decide to do these impromptu walks that sometimes go for 10 miles, not to wear heels. These are not the best shoes for spontaneous 10-mile hikes. I have walking shoes, just chose not to wear them. I'm aware that this circle isn't really working for these types of videos because it's really messing up the editing, but I had already committed once I made the first video, so that's something I'm gonna have to remember in the future. Don't wear boots and don't use the circle. These pretty flowers. Probably not even full flowers yet, like probably gonna bloom into something bigger. I like using the circle recorder thing for my reactions. I feel like it gives us more space for the video, for the actual content. But I found that using them for this type of video does not work. I'm about a mile from home now, I guess. So I've fully committed to just walking the entire way, which I didn't intend to do, but whatever. My birthday on Monday is causing a reaction, I guess. I have endless energy and I've been wanting to just go hiking and be outdoors all week. If I get any money for my birthday, I saw a bar when I was out near the piano steps. There's a bar that does karaoke on Mondays, but that all depends on whether or not I have the money to go, because I haven't planned for it. I do love all of these bridges out here. This is a walking up Cesar Chavez. What I did to get to the steps, all I did was walk straight up Cesar Chavez, and eventually it becomes Sunset, and then you keep walking up Sunset. Bitch still has energy to run, so we'll be fine. But so this week on my other channel, I'm going to be uploading an episode of Mork and Mindy. At least one, I might do two. And on this channel, we're going to be starting Oracle of Seasons third run the proper way with all of the codes and shit. Hopefully, I'll be able to read my own handwriting, because I'm not too positive Uh, I drew them as little pictures, like, but these codes are stupid. So we'll see how it goes. I almost forgot about the rings. I wrote down the actual code to get to the next level. I had to go back and get the ring code. And then I had to go back and do that again because I still had a couple rings to appraise that I forgot about. I've got a ton of rings that I didn't have the first time we played through because I actually remembered to plant seeds when I played through Oracle of Ages, which our first playthrough of Oracle of Ages, I don't remember planting hardly any seeds. I remember we went out with like 20 Gasha nuts still because I either never found the areas or I never went back to them again to gather because we do that so much more in Oracle of Seasons than we do in Oracle of Ages. So by remembering to do that, I got us a lot further in our progression of the ring. But there's one that we might never get because that Heroes Cave ring is harder to get than I thought it was going to be. I made it most of the way through the Heroes Cave, and then there's one room that I can't get through. I even tried cheating it, slowing down and using the fast forward button, but I couldn't. It bested me for 2 full days before I gave up on it and moved to beat Ganon. And I'm also going to be putting up something else next week. If I go to karaoke, it'll be that. I can film myself singing karaoke. If not, we're either going to go hiking up Griffith Observatory. We want to go back to the haunted bench and see if our bracelets are still there. I'm sure they're not, but it would be hilarious if somehow one of those bracelets was still hanging on that damn tree. We want to go to Murphy's Ranch. And I also want to go to the beach, Santa Monica. And I've been thinking it might be the best time to do that actually tomorrow because we just had a big storm, so the waves are going to be crazy. We don't actually go in the water anyway. We just like to look at it, see how crazy it gets. My problem with going to Santa Monica is there's so many people. I am not a fan of crowds. That's why we don't hang out at the parties that we're always finding when we go downtown. Like y'all heard a little bit of the music. There was a whole bunch of people there that we walked through. Got a quick video of the music and some pictures, but there were so many people we didn't feel comfortable staying. And there's always way more people at Santa Monica. That was actually the second party festival situation that we walked across today because earlier when we were walking up to Sunset, we walked through Chinatown and they're celebrating Chinese New Year this year. And there was a festival of some sort. There was a parade and it was crazy. I thought about filming some of that, but I got anxious about the amount of people and was like, let's just keep moving past this. Get to where we were actually planning to go. Which thankfully we did, because I've made this exact walk before and gave up because I couldn't find the steps. I couldn't find the steps today, but I went and looked across the street because what I learned when I was delivering pizzas, and it's probably common sense for everybody that drives, is the addresses on one side of the street are always going to be even and the other side of the street are always going to be odd. So I looked at the specific address for where the piano steps were supposed to be, and I noticed that it was an odd number, and the side that the heart steps were on where I was the even numbered side. So I I figured out in my mind I need to go to the other side. Because the phone wasn't helping at all. It just kept telling me I was there and I was on the wrong side of the street. It was not letting me know that I was on the wrong side of the street. I walked around it like 3 times before I figured it out because it's very hidden. It's there beside a hookah shop. It's they're beautiful steps. I didn't feel comfortable taking them just because the area is kind of construction. There's a lot going on. It's the hospital. I've had to come here a couple times. Walked here.